Hola mis queridos, ¿cómo estás mi amolicia? Hello my kittens, how are you? My name is Allison, and today we are playing Nancy Drew Ghost of Thornton Hall mobile platform. Oh my gosh, I am so freaking excited about this. Okay, so I do want to apologize. I did look into it at least a little bit. I probably should have did more research, but I am aware that the mobile platform of Ghost of Thornton Hall is actually not the bonus edition. It's just I guess, well, it kind of is the bonus edition just because it has some of the features from bonus edition, but it's basically the regular game of it. Because uh, because there's no way of telling of whether there is a pre-order bonus edition of Ghost of Thornton Hall mobile, just because we don't know if Her Interactive is going to make more mobile games or not. They've only done one other mobile game, and that was Secret of Shadow Ranch. Please check that out. It's a text-based mobile game, and I'm saying text-based very loosely, but it seriously is. Check it out. It is very detailed. Uh, there's not much voice acting, if I remember correctly. I'm. It's been a long time since I've checked it out, but I highly recommend it. Anyway, I want to briefly mention that this playthrough is not sponsored in any means, but I know that I'm going to talk up quite a bit of Her Interactive, not just because of this mobile game, not to mention a certain website by the Business of Internet Archives, just because I love that website and they talk about that website a lot in plenty of my Nancy Drew playthroughs. and I will and the reason why I bring Internet Archives up is because Her Interactive bases all of their Nancy Drew games off the Nancy Drew book series. That book series has been going on since 1930 and has been passed off from book company to book company at least once. There's only been two companies, and they actually like to reset the series every so often. So there's always there's always changes of the book cover art. There's changes of the plots. They like to they like to have new stories, not to mention revisions of whether it's grammar, punctuation, or just the story. I recommend you just checking out both, checking out any of the bindings. First, Nancy Drew. They're all great books, as far as I know. I haven't read all of them. I think that would take a really long time for me to read all of them. but I do have a tiny chunk of it. I think the last I counted, I think I had like 80, maybe 90 books, and that's just a tiny portion. Jeez. Okay. Anyway, Ghost of Thornton Hall is based off of Uncivil Acts, and that is from the Nancy Drew Girl Detective series. Uh, binding. Because with the resets that the both companies did, they like to, or at least Simon and Schuster. I don't know if Grosset and Dunlap did this, but Simon and Schuster, they like to retitle the series for the different bindings. For this one, it's Girl Detective, and Uncivil Acts. I have read. It's just been so long that I don't remember all the details, but being. I just remember that I never could figure out who the villain was. Um, and when it was revealed, I'm like, wow. It was either that or I knew who the villain was at the beginning and was just trying to figure out how are they going to find out that they are the villain. Um, I almost revealed the gender. Dang it. Okay, so uh, I will talk about the book later, just because oops, wrong click. Okay, so I do recommend checking out that book, and I will talk more about that at the end of the video. I've been talking quite enough as it is, but I do need to talk a little bit about the game, actually. The game is actually, you are actually able to get it in the App Store. That is, if you have iOS 7 or later. Yes, this is an app Apple product game. It's you do get an hour's worth of free gameplay, and then after that you have to pay at least $5.99 to get the rest of the game. It is compatible with iPad. I gotta let you all know that because that is how I'm playing this game. and this, just to let you all know, in case you're wondering when the game came out, it is April 11th, 2014, and they're actually do want to bring up the options. There's actually no way of changing the volume of either the music, the effects, or the voice other than the volume that you actually have on your device, which is unfortunate. I'm actually going to turn it down just a tad, just because I know the music is a little loud. Not to mention the voice acting is going to get a little pretty loud. And there actually is a feature that we're going to see within the game, which I really like. It's the fast combo feature. We'll see more. We'll actually see that once we're in the game. And I guess the one thing I do want to mention is that if anything in this video does not look familiar, it is because you have not been keeping up. Please check the description box below. There's a previous video as well as the playlist. I recommend the playlist because it will have everything that I've done so far with Nancy Drew, Ghost of Thornton Hall, and one more thing, basically the last thing that I'm going to mention is with every Nancy Drew game you play, when you do a new game, no, I'm not gonna continue a new game. I'm not gonna start a new game just because that would reset everything. But every time you do a new game, you get a choice of 2 detective levels, that is amateur and master. You can actually check my most recent playthrough of Tomb of the Lost Queen. It is a solo play, just to let you all know about that, because I know I'm also doing a co-op sort of with Gabriel Wolf, who is the voice actor of Dylan Carter in the game within Tomb of the Lost Queen, which is pretty rad. But I haven't talked to him in a while, and I really want to continue that play with him. I just need to get in contact. It's gonna take a while. Anyway, single player, you can check that out. I talk more about the differences between amateur and master. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the game, please. Alright, let me actually minimize that so I can see the game on my computer. Okay, so there is Wade. I think we talked to him with everything, but we do know that we can visit all the graves and that he will tell us a little bit about that is a weird way of shaking that ghost recorder that you have there. I forgot what he called it. We do have an EMF reader from Jovic Tech. I'm disappointed that it's not Krollmeister, since that is the brand that we normally see in the entire Nancy Drew game universe. We have a cleaner-soaked napkin, which helped us clear off a painting. We have cotton, oranges, spade, cherry picker, apple picker, nails, dead phone, scavenger hunt list. We actually need to do that, but I think that's going to happen later on in the game. I'm not going to get ahead this time. I mean, I kind of want to, but let's worry about that later. I think we read this. Of course, I could go ahead and do a little bit. What is this paper? Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to bring that up with someone. Okay. Oh jeez. Water bottle about to fall. So I am just going to go ahead and write this down just in case it happens in this video. So gravestone epitaph hunt, in the parentheses it says W and L. W stands for word and L stands for letter. So Nana 81, and I'm fairly certain Nana is probably her nanny, or maybe there is someone with the nickname Nana. I guess we'll find out. Grandma, which I assume would be Clara's mom, considering this is Jesselyn's list. Sorry, not Jessica. Grandma is 6'3". Ghost, which is Charlotte, is 5-4. Dodge is 2-5. HT, which we will find out in probably this video. VT. Who's V? I guess we'll find out. Karenina. Karenina, I think, is a spy. I think we read that in the book that was in the living room. Or sorry, parlor. That thing is a freaking mansion. Or at least the setup of all the rooms. It's a mansion. Factory accident victims. 1-4. And LA. 5-4. Alright, so. Dang it, I did that again. Okay. So, who was this? Franklin Thornton? I don't think... I think we'll find out more about that later. I do know where the grandma is, actually, though, so I wanna... Does he come up? Did we already listen to this? Okay. So, grandma is Mariana Thornton. Word is 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They, I guess it would be T. Yeah, let's draw a line so that I don't mess this up. Okay, so I'm just gonna yoink that. Okay. What's really cool about the mobile game is that there is a compass right at the bottom. You can click that to show you all the directions that you can see that you can use on the screen. It's not gonna show you like all the actions that you can do, but it'll show you all the directions that you can go. Like here you can go right or left. I think we should talk to him a little more. I'm gonna take that off.
What's up?
Oh. I guess there's nothing to talk to him about.
Goodbye.
There's those arrows. That's part of the fast combo feature. Unfortunately, I don't think there's going to be any dialogue skipping in this video, just because there's a lot of the stories probably going to be with
You must be Nancy.
this woman.
Yes, you must be Clara, Jesselyn's mother.
Yes,
I want you to know that I'm here to help you with anything you need.
that's real sweet, hon.
I know you may not want me here since you didn't actually call me yourself.
So long as you help me find Jesselyn, you're welcome under what's left of my roof here.
Is there anything else I should know that might help me find Jesselyn?
Yeah. Keep a suspicious eye on Wade.
Wade didn't seem all that dangerous to me.
He neglected to tell you about his time spent in jail, I see.
As a matter of fact,
Actually, he
Wade's
did
a
tell
nice
us.
guy when he wants to be. And only when he wants to be. I'm happy we have another set of eyes looking for Jessie. But I do hope you know what you're getting yourself into.
I generally do. Okay, so there are actually a lot of questions. Saw something really strange.
is there any chance Jesselyn's disappearance could be cold feet?
My Jessie would never put her family through this nightmare, never.
You sure about that? Do you really know your daughter? Okay, why is everyone here? Shouldn't we be out? Wade said...
Wade said you're the reason he went to jail. Is that true?
No. Wade is the reason Wade went to jail.
He said you were the one who pressed charges.
Well, isn't he the chatterbox when it suits him?
Is that true?
Yeah, it is. What he doesn't get, what no one gets, is that I meant well. No matter how he explained it to you, he broke the law. He broke into the factory, he damaged thousands of dollars of equipment, and scared the workers half to death. I didn't think he'd go to jail, though, and he knows that.
What did you think
Sure.
would happen?
I thought community service. An officer to keep him away from his crooked friends so he would finally straighten up. I planned on dropping the charges, but once the ball got rolling, I lost control of it. Wade ended up sitting across from a judge who wanted to make an example. And that was that. Wade has wanted his revenge ever since. It's stupid. I even suspected him of taking Jessalyn to get back at me. But he'd never do something like that. I mean, I don't think.
No, he wouldn't. Just from like talking to him already, I don't think he would. Considering he's on the up and up, and he's been like pretty much honest with us the entire time. I don't think he would harm a fly.
Why is everyone here? Shouldn't we be out searching for Jessalyn?
I closed down the company. The entire staff is out combing the woods. I said, sit home or join the search. You get paid either way. Not a soul stayed home. Jessalyn grew up in the business. She's got a lot of people looking out for her. I can be thankful for that. The police recommended a presence here. They said we'd have a better chance of noticing if something was off here, knowing the place and all.
Right, considering the ghost. I look forward to seeing Charlotte again. That haunting was awesome. We are not gonna ask about that portrait. Yikes.
Were
Let's ask
things
about
good
them.
between Colton and Jessalyn?
They had their rows and their romantic dinners, same as any couple. Colton had some... Well, hon, he had some issues, but they worked through them.
Issues. Honey. Oops, sorry. Ooh. Dude, that looks like a good video.
What do you think happened to Jessalyn?
You wouldn't know by the look of this dump, but we're worth a great deal of money. Well, that's what I thought this was. But then, no, not yet at least. I can't believe I'm praying for a ransom note to show up. It's like someone's trying to punish us.
Why do you say that?
You think?
Thornton Hall was once something truly beautiful. But so much greed and tragedy built up in these walls that when they started to crumble, I wanted to save this place, make it mine, but I couldn't. So whoever took Jessie wanted us to sit here in this broken-down old house waiting for her.
Dude, if it weren't for Jessalyn missing, I would consider this whole family mafia. Seriously, the way they behave, the way they act around people, and the way people treat them. Oh my gosh.
What's the story with the locked room upstairs?
It's Charlotte's. We don't go in there.
It might help me figure out what's going on, if I could take a look around.
Best of luck. That door locked itself up tight the day of her funeral. There's not a key in this world that'll open it. I've tried.
Not all the keys. I think that might be it. Oh, wait, no.
You mentioned that Colton had some issues. What did you mean?
To put it delicately, family issues. Never you mind. It has nothing to do with what's going on now.
Who did Jessalyn come here with?
Addison. I tried talking to her, but she was a wreck. Here. She'll have calmed down a bit by now. I hope.
I imagine so. Okay, so I think that's about
See you
it.
later.
Take care.
So those two yellow arrows that you saw at the side of our conversation with Clara, or Clara as some people pronounce it differently, but those arrows is basically, ooh.
Can't do that right
Oh,
now.
she's got a briefcase there. Oh right, Karenina. Come on. Where's... Aww. If I get a comment from her, I'm gonna be super excited. Anyway, I am distracted here. Let's... Where am I gonna find the copper coins? I am kind of frustrated here. Oh!
Make yourself blind. Call Charlotte home. I need to figure out what this means.
Even ghosts have their favorite haunts. Charlotte requests a meeting with you. Recite the rhyme with dreadful meter, where dreadful meter is at its peak. Make yourself blind, don't dare peek. Call Charlotte home and hear her speak. She may just let you live. Oh, I know where we find the coins now. Okay. Alright, let's go back in here and pick up another napkin. Let's actually have a drink. Nope, put you back. The pickup mechanic is a little weird. Your finger actually has to be in the center of the item. Whereas when you're trying to put the sugar in the teacup, you actually have to have the sugar spot on in the center, which is really weird. I'm gonna have the mint in here. Alright. Let's have the EMF open. Okay, that's good. Nope. Yellow. Orange.
That's almost off the charts. This must be the place.
Alright, since that is the place, I'm actually going to go ahead and... Hang on, let me see the time. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stop here. This is actually a good time to stop. Just because in the first video of this gameplay, of this playthrough, the game crashed on us. And I think that's because I had the game open a little too long, possibly. So I'm trying to make sure I cut down on how much I play, and that's mentioned how much I talk, which is why my intro wasn't that long. Normally, for some reason, when I can be really talkative when it comes to the Nancy Drew. When it comes to Nancy Drew, whether it's the game series or the book series. Yikes. Anywho, let's go ahead and get to the main menu. Man. Okay, so, the book, Uncivil Acts, I'm actually going to bring that back up, just because I do want to bring up, this book. I mean, it's so good. I actually do have a description of it, and I think it might be written, the description of it, I think it might be written in Nancy's perspective. I could be wrong on that, just because, the description of the plot of the book for the Nancy Drew Girl Detective series is always in first-person narration. They want to have it, they have the whole series basically in Nancy's perspective. You get to read these books in Nancy's point of view, which is a perfect way to do that. Or not perfect, but it's a great way to do that, just to see how her mind works. You actually get to see her thought process and all of that jazz. It's really interesting, a really neat direction to take everything with the Nancy Drew series. I actually really like it just because I already have like a couple of the books. My favorite one is I always mess up the title. I think it's Bad Times, Big Crimes, or something like that. It basically brings Nancy to the past. I personally think she actually did, but the book basically makes it seem like it's a dream. I could be wrong on that. Anyway, Uncivil Acts. A Civil War reenactment should be fun, right? Not in our town. It feels like war fever's taken over. The tension started to build when all those bleh. The tension started to build when we all chose sides. Confederate and Union sympathizers never did mix. And if that wasn't enough to heat things up, someone started to secretly dig large holes in the battlefield. Pretty odd and very suspicious. Is someone waging a little war of their own and trying to cheat? And if so, the bigger question is why? It could be something else, actually. It's actually something entirely different, if I remember correctly. But I'm not going to spoil it. Of course, I think I might have already did there. Anyway, it's actually a really good book. I highly advise you check it out. And one way you can check it out is by going to Internet Archives. That business actually has 2 websites that you can access where you can access books. One is archive.org, and that is actually a huge database that you can access. You're able to access multiple libraries around the world, not just our country, because there are several libraries that do lead to several parts of America, but basically there are libraries that are basically around the world that you can go search not just books but meta boxes or metadatas, megadatas I think is what they called it. And there's audiobooks as well, podcasts, cookbooks. There's all kinds of stuff that you can look up, at least when it comes to archive.org. Whereas the other websites, openlibrary.org, that is basically where you can find all the books that they have. They don't necessarily have all the Nancy Drew books on archive.org. Basically, all the Nancy Drew books that you have trouble finding on archive.org, you can find on openlibrary.org, and that is probably the best way to look for those books. But the website that I have in the description box below is the archive.org link. And I gotta say, the way you can get this book, I know I'm talking quite a bit, the video's already long, but the way you can get this book is you can do, you're able to actually borrow these books. You don't have to pay anything. Actually, I think the only thing you gotta do in order to get these books is to create an account, and there's no payment or anything like that. All you gotta do is give them your email address. I think you're able to create your own profile name. I could be wrong on that, but you do have to create a password just to make sure your account is safe. And after that, you are able to borrow at least, I think, 6 or 10 books at a time. And after that, you do have to return them if you want to get more books. But other than that, you're actually able to borrow the books for at least 1 hour at a time, or 14 days. That's 2 weeks. That is really impressive. And I know normal libraries, your local libraries, probably only do like a month or maybe even 2 months. But for free books from this particular website, this business, that is actually a real steal, a real deal. That is really cool, and I highly advise you start using that website if you want to just if you want to read more books. I don't know if it's available for iPads or not. Not iPads. Those Audible type tablets. I always forget what they're called. It's like Fire something. I keep forgetting. I'm in the know. Seriously I am. I just my mind is blanking. Anyway, I'm just now noticing the time. I better get going, everyone. I love you all so much, my beautiful kittens and viewers. I hope I helped you out at least a little bit in this video. If not, I'm not doing my job. and I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. If so, smash that like button like a kitten would. And if you're just now tuning into this channel and you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that ugly red subscribe button, make it that beautiful gray, as well as that bell icon right next to it. That'll notify you of all the videos that I do, which are on Wednesdays 6 p.m. Central and Sundays 4:30 p.m. Central. I hope you all have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night wherever you are in the world. I am Sweet Rascally Rabbit, saying goodbye. Stay awesome and stay on YouTube! Ah, yeah! Seriously. Dude, I love this game. I love the mobile version. It's so cool. Gotta check it out, people.